Well, barring
there's only one number on there that's not named. It's a 985 number. So but otherwise I do not see.
All right. Well, I did meet with the mayor yesterday, and he may have been called into something else, but he is ready for this project. And I'm going to defer right now to Ms. Catherine, if you would kind of share what's taking place on the bike trails until Mayor Dragna can conference in with us.
Well, good morning. If you look at the map, the first three phases of the project are supposed to be getting started. And I know that the city is working with T. Baker Smith and Eric Mott to get everything straight to start the project from Justa all the way to hopefully Highway 70. So that would be, yes, that entire area to connect to the cemented part on the top of the Justa levee, which has really been used. People are excited about it. And we are actually, the city in March passed resolutions of support so that we could resubmit our grants for the Hellenic Canal property, the Hellenic Canal along Highway 70, and then under the bridge, the purple under the bridge, which would go all the way to Front Street. Hopefully we'll get one day to connect to the bridge to go across to Berwick so we can connect with the Berwick Trail and be able to use that again. So all of that's in the works. We're really excited about that. We also, I spoke with the Department of Transportation. And in 2017, the very first grant that we wrote that got us involved in this is the Blue. And that was from downtown to the auditorium. And that was a Safe Routes grant. We're still waiting for confirmation that we've gotten that grant since 2017. So we've been told that we have it. We're waiting for the word. The wheels of progress are very slow, but we're trying to keep air in the tires. But that is what got us started. So that's exciting. And I think that's about it as far as the trails. Oh, and one other thing, Rotary, at a recent Rotary meeting, one of the speakers from Lafayette was talking about pushing a huge trail throughout, bike trail, hiking trail throughout the state. And that trail, if he pushed it and got it started and got a lot of support through the state, he actually wants it to go through St. Mary Parish, pretty much through our area along Highway 70 to Baton Rouge. And he thinks it's very important to connect our areas to the rest of the state. So that was an exciting meeting as well. And I think that's it.
Ms. Catherine, a question came in from Sarah Dake. Was that grant federal or through the state?
The Safe Routes grant was federal, but it does run, I'm pretty sure, right, Monica? It was a federal grant, the Safe Routes grant. It's a federal grant, but it does go through the Department of Transportation. The other one, Recreational Trails, is Louisiana, and that's the one that we're using right now to build the bike trail that will be, that we're starting on actually anytime now. The city should be getting
that was a good question. And Sarah, thank you for joining our meeting today. I'd like to introduce Sarah Dake to everyone. She is Senator Kennedy's representative. So we thank you for joining us and for listening in our conversation today. And we appreciate the support we get in applying for these federal grants. And Catherine has done a lot of work on these state grants. So that was a great question, Sarah. Thank you for asking it. And thank you for moving things along as you do with Senator Kennedy's support. So we appreciate that. I did give Mayor Dragna a call. He apologized and he's trying to get on the line. Margaret, are you seeing the mayor come on board?
Not yet, but I do have Carrie Stansberry asking to, let me do it, Carrie. Give me 1 second. It looks like you're logged on twice. She wants to unmute. So Carrie may have something to say. Okay, Carrie, I tried to unmute that 380. There you go.
Okay. Hey, I wanted to talk about the bike stuff. I do have a question. Is Mike, I thought I saw you on the line. Are you still here?
Mike
I was
Picata?
just, yeah,
Yes.
I was just concerned that they haven't put any dirt yet for the trail, and I didn't know if that needed to settle before you could put anything on top. And then the other thing that I wanted to, something Catherine said, there is a bike group coming next Tuesday. That group, they're riding a bike from Lafayette to, I'm not sure what the destination is. I forgot to ask the guy. I thought it was a loop, like from Lafayette to New Orleans or Baton Rouge. But they are stopping in Morgan City on the 27th. And they were supposed to actually come here this week. I guess with the rain, they were unable to bike. But that's on the 27th, that bike group. And then there's another bike group that's coming in May. And that's called Tour de Rouge. We've worked with them several years. In fact, Laura Dozer's daughter, and that is from Houston to New Orleans. And we've hosted that bike group, and they're coming in May.
May 4th, I think, is when they drop.
May 4th, yeah. So I just wanted to throw those two bike events out. Hey, Mike.
Which area are you talking about the settlement for?
In front of our building, you know, from Justice Street.
Right. No, those areas are complete. The settlement areas were going from like behind the fire station back towards the lake. So the areas with sheet pile are complete. I sent Eric an email earlier in the week concerning permitting, and we're going to expedite those permits. All we got to do is get the plans and specs from him, and we'll push those through.
Because we still going to need that dirt to cross over that walkway, and I didn't know if that needed to settle, if that was a problem.
That was something that, you know, during construction, the current mayor said that the drainage district would take care of it instead of having the contractor do it. I'm not sure where that played out from there.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm not sure on that side of it.
All right.
All right, Margaret, have you seen Mayor Dragna?
No, ma'am. Let me go through one more.
I think I might just give him a call on the phone and see if he wants to talk.
You can ask that question about the front of the building.
That's okay. We're going to put you on speaker. Did you want to say anything about the bike trails? Catherine has kind of given us an overview of your support or your priority for the city to get these trails. It's the.
I mean, you're on right now?
We're on right now, and you've got a broad audience. You've got many community organizations that you're speaking to. Senator Kennedy's office is represented. They're going to look into the Safe Routes grants just because that's a federal grant. And of course, we've got the state grants that are out there. So can you just kind of share, especially in Lakeside, what you're seeing out there?
Yes, in Lakeside, there's a tremendous amount of people using the new walking trail that was put in, and there's a lot of people that are asking when we're going to finish from Justice Street to Highway 70 to connect the rest of the trails that's pre-existing and get people closer to Lake End Park. Those bike trails and walking trails are being used way more than I ever thought. And right now, we have one permit. We're waiting on our last permit, and we're ready to go to put this out for bid. We just can't do it right this second because of the without having the permits. But we're ready to get it done as soon as possible. The funding's there, and the city of Morgan City is ready to make this happen as soon as possible. The people want it. The community wants it, and we need it. It will happen. It will happen just as soon as we get the permit. But they're telling me they backed up because of COVID, so that's what's taking so long.
Okay, okay. Were there any other questions on the bike path, Bike Morgan City plan for the mayor?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Mayor,
I have a question. Could I ask a question about the bridges? I don't know which mayor could answer that question about the bridges and the painting of the bridges and the progress.
I don't really have anything on that. That's a state project. They're not really going very fast. I know that. It causing a lot of headache for traffic issues. We tried to alleviate as much traffic issues as possible by putting one of our cop cars up there with the lights on at certain times of the day. It seems to be working, but you get one little wreck on an old bridge, like happened yesterday. It backs up the new bridge. You get one wreck on the new bridge. The old bridge gets backed up. I'm kind of hoping they would speed up a little bit, but I know all this wind is really giving them a fit. So blasting paint in the wind is tough. So I don't have an update on that. I don't have any kind of update on the speed of that project.
Okay.
Well, I have a little information on it. They are, according to their report from the state, online with what they're supposed to be doing, because they had the 3 storms and COVID-19. So they give them some extra time to do this. One of the holdups was they did not have the finishing painters. The people that are up there working right now are sandblasters, and they are putting a coating of primer on the bridge. Now, I guess you've noticed there's a section right on the Berwick side that's been completed. They sent a few of their painters in, and these guys are the ones that will actually paint the bridge. They are in the process right now. We have them moving under the bridge contractors are located in Berwick. We provided them with a place to have their office, and we asked them to come and share with us the timeline and when we think they're going to be through with this, or when they're going to be through with it. And I'm hoping at our next city council meeting, that guy will show up. And Leah can mention to him that I'm sure you'd like to have the same information at your council meeting.
Most definitely. They came and asked us for permission to spread out a bunch of their tarps. I guess they were having, the wind was tearing up their tarps, so they had to do some maintenance to all their tarps. So they're under the bridge in Morgan City. You know, if you see a bunch of tarps and forklifts over there, they're repairing all their equipment from all these storms and windstorms we've been having. So we know they're working on it, and they're diligently doing it. And I understand where they're coming from, and Mr. Duval's correct. There's different people that blast and different people that paint. So I guess they're working as diligently as possible. It's just a bad situation.
Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all very much for sharing, and we look forward to their appearances at either council meeting, and I'm sure that the review will put that in the paper. Well, Mayor Dragna just joined our meeting. Mayor Dragna, did you have any words of support for the Lanier and the Resilience Lab?
Most definitely. I've always said that the Lanier needs to happen here, Berwick, Morgan City area. And just because it's one of the most diverse spots where our river meets the Gulf of Mexico, there's so much, I would say, sediment, water, fish and wildlife, birds that follow the river, which is the Mississippi River, and we're 30% of the Atchafalaya is 30% of Mississippi River. So we basically are taking stuff from all the way in Canada, and it's passing right through Morgan City and going out to our mouth. I don't see how it couldn't be in Morgan City or Morgan City, Berwick area. And I think that the people that are looking at this are I was told that we're in the top 3 that are looking to put it there. And, if we have an educational center that goes along with that, it's going to be really big for our community. I'm in full support of it, and all the politicians that I've been talking to are in full support of it too, to be here.
Thank you so much for those words of encouragement and that we're all aligned in moving this forward. So that's really, really good to know. We're going to go ahead and just move into subdivision signs because, Mayor, while we've got you on the phone, can you tell us a little bit about the subdivision signage and what's going on there?
So Lakeside, we put in 2 signs in Lakeside. We had them beautified, put flower gardens, put lighting, mostly lighting. We're still waiting on a little bit of lighting in our electrical department, but we'll finish that up in Lakeside. Auburn was put in, and then we sent our beautification guy to go help the citizens of Auburn. Everybody wanted to participate, and that was fantastic. They all got together, they did the beautification around that sign. Cypress Gardens is in, and also in that they're working on a plan to beautify that one. And Marquee Manor has theirs, but there's. I was also told that we're trying to get to the Elliott subdivision area with the next one for that too.
That's correct, that I know of, because there was a meeting yesterday on that one, Mayor. So that one went very well. We got a lot done there. So are there any questions or comments coming in, Kelly or Margaret?
Ma'am.
Looking good so far. So Mayor, I know you're on a tight time frame. Can you go ahead and tell us now? We're going to move to agenda item 6, which is the Wellness Center. Mayor, you're up on that one.
So I've been working with, talking a lot with Dr. Bill Selfloop Jr. And, he's the chairman of the board on the hospital board. And he's been in touch also with the gentleman from Oshner's that somebody was trying to call it, sorry. And he told me that they're on board with helping support us to get a wellness center in Morgan City. We have an engineer right now that did some preliminary drawings. He's working a little bit more on a rendering, something that we can work off of. But Morgan City wants to have a wellness center. And we believe the best spot would be over by the auditorium, since we have so much area and there's so much to offer over there. And as of now, the hospital, Oshner's, is in full support of it. And so is quite a few doctors in town saying we really need it. All
right. And from our organization, we're going to have Margaret Terrio follow along in that, because she actually worked in the Thibodeau Wellness Center. I think she fitness, scheduling fitness work. So we appreciate Margaret, tagging along and just offering any help and support from Excel that we can help move this project along. Any questions coming on Wellness Center?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions for Mayor Dragna? Unless Mayor Dragna, while I've got you on the phone, I guess that might. I'm going to ask that you go ahead and do you have any system updates, any comments that you want to make to this total group before I guess I take you off the line, but you're welcome to stay and listen to all of them. But is there anything you want to share specific to the city that's going on that you're excited about?
Well, we finally got to the final stages of our bid for to tear out our old steam plant, and we're going to rebuild a new electrical consolidation building there for all our electrical, one unified spot. We're also right now talking about using some of that land to increase our graveyard, since it's basically we out of room, basically. We have a lot of there's a lot of stir in town about the Lake End Park, which we're using. We're doing a really big 4th of July party at the Lake End Park, and we're in the process of working out a plan to put another public beach out on the lake, like along Highway 70, just because our beach gets so much use. And it's just too many people inside the park, so we're going to try to spread it out some, which is really big. We'll put some more pavilions out there. Lincoln Park just got a vendor in there that's renting a lot of different wakeboards, not wakeboards, but paddle boards, kayaks, the whole 9 yards. It's just a draw into that. And industry, it's like everybody cannot get people. Like the jobs are there, but we can't get people. So that seems to be a good thing. Let's put it that way. I know in my business, I can't get them. I need them and I can't get them. So now we have to work. I had a long conversation with Hellenic at their last board meeting. They're on board with us developing the property at the Hellenic Property by the lake. So that'll solve our housing issue. So it's just going to take a little bit of time to get it done. You know, it's the government. That's the way it works. So those are just a few things.
That's awesome. A lot of good things coming on. Are there any questions coming in for Mayor Dragna?
No questions so far.
Okay. Well, Mayor, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and if you need, possibly, are you where you can log in?
Yeah, I was trying, and then you called, so I just stayed on the phone. I'm a log in.
Okay, that's great. So he'll be in on the calls. He may even be asking questions, but I'm going to take him off speakerphone, and we're going to go ahead and follow back to the agenda. Thank you so much, Mayor, for picking up the phone and making those comments. All right, so I'm going to get back up to here, and I'm going to go ahead, Margaret and Kelly, and kind of ask that you just move us forward through the agenda here.
Miss Monica, we're going to backtrack real quick. Mr. Bryce Merrill, he was taking another call, but he wanted to ask this question in regards to the Resilience Lab. Is NOAA involved with the Resilience Lab?
Absolutely, because Dr. Twilley, who is leading the charge on the Lanier and who has, knows that he works with, the application is going to be made through NOAA, has that direct line of communication with NOAA. Yes.
Monica, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me what's driving that question, Bryce.
I know a guy at NOAA that I met years ago, and he's moved quite high up. And I don't know if if you would want me to reach out to him and just see on a national level what's going on with him.
I think that would be great. And you can tell him just that, some of the things that are going on here. I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. And as I said, when I knew him, he was a captain on the vessels, and he's moved up quite high in the group. And I just thought I might reach out to him and just see if we could find a champion at that level.
Oh, I think that would be great. And
okay.
The more that know, I think that point was made early by Margaret, that the more conversation that's generated, the stronger our chances will be.
Yep. And Mr. Bryce, if you need any literature to share with them, if he asks any further questions, please let us know.
Okay, will do.
Okay.
That was it. Thank you.
Real quick, I want to add a little comment. Ms. Catherine sent a little reminder. St. Mary Excel does have a YouTube channel. So we actually post the majority of these Zoom calls onto our channel. So if you ever need to go back for a reference, maybe to see you speaking or asking a question, just find us. It is St. Mary Excel. So just find that channel if you want to subscribe, or just kind of go and check it out when needed.
Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and move through. We're going to turn the mic over to Mayor Duval, who is going to share some good and exciting infrastructure priorities, capital improvements, or system updates.
Thank you, Monica. I want to kind of piggyback off of Catherine's comments. We're looking at, and we're trying to get together plans with the Bayou Vista community in extending our walking trail, biking trail all the way to Bayou Vista. I think it'll be a wonderful thing. I think everybody I've talked to is for it. I haven't run into anybody that's said it was a bad thing. I think it'd give a safe pathway for people to travel from Bayou Vista to Berwick on bikes, and And sooner or later, Catherine, that bridge is going to be painted, and we're going to be back to having that bridge as a route for biking. I want to also mention, I don't remember who mentioned the fact that we had, it may have been Carrie, that we had some bike groups that are coming through. If we knew when they're coming, we will escort them across the old bridge so that they don't have to get caught up in the traffic. We will escort them across to Morgan City. If that's where their destination's going, we will get them there safely. And please, if you're Catherine, or again, it could have been Carrie that mentioned that there's some bike groups coming to town. We will help them. We're doing a lot of things in Berwick as far as outdoor stuff with, I'm just going to mention a few of those things. We're improving our Front Street area. We raised the Front Street by 10 inches. So what it's going to do for us, a lot of our gates, we won't have to close our gates in high water. Those streets will be high enough that we will be able to keep some of those gates open for business and industry to get in and out. So we're just excited about that. And part of the money and we use the GOMESA money to do this project. We're also making improvements actually on Front Street, adding a pavilion with restrooms. We're providing water and electricity installation up there for boats that come through and visiting. You know, we're just trying to improve that area to where we can hold more activities and more things for people to get out and get involved in. Playground equipment, we've just installed new playground equipment at Civic Center, under the bridge right here by City Hall, and also at Willie Stewart Park, trying to improve the area so people get off the couch and go out and let the kids play and do it with them. We also just completed, we're not 100% finished, with a beautification project under the bridge from Front Street all the way to include the Brown House, our museum. And if you go by there, everything's painted up real nice. It's a very pretty little building, and it's really going to be first class here real shortly. We've got flower gardens coming up all over the place. So a lot of good things. Real quick, ball fields. We've resodded our ball fields during the winter time, so ready for baseball and softball at Civic Center. Let's see, there's one other thing. We're putting an outdoor pickleball court up under the bridge. Wow. We have the area secured, and it will be lighted. And so we'll be able to have pickleball, not only at the Civic Center, but for people that want to come out and do it outside. We'll have a facility for them under the bridge here near City Hall, where they'll be able to play pickleball. There'll be 2 courts under there. I think that we've had so many inquiries about that we just feel like that's a needed project we're going to do. So also updating our signage. We had some signs that we had ordered that we couldn't get, so we're looking at some new signage for our well, we're going to need them for sooner or later. The census numbers are going to come out, and we're going to be a city, and we're going to change our thing to City of Berwick. So we're going to do that. If I got to spend that money out of my back pocket, we're going to be new signs saying City of Berwick, and whether we have the money to do it or not. So again, we're excited. We think that we've made it for the city, and we wholeheartedly support our council is 100% behind the Resilience Lab and the Lanier project. We think it's so important. We've had a lot of kids that come through Berwick High School, and I know Morgan City has too, that gone on and had degrees in biology, marine biology. We have them, they're all over the world. People from Berwick that are doing studies like that are in California, that are in Alaska, that we could have right here. Our children, we could have them in our own backyard doing research and doing things and doing it for our community, you know? I just think it's a win-win that we're missing out on. And, you know, and ever since I was a kid, I know it was a long time ago, but anyway, ever since I was a kid, I used to listen to Nash Roberts, and he would always, he never mentioned Berwick one time, Paul Nash, and I'm not mad at him for that. But anyway, he used to, I wasn't living in Berwick anyway, I was in Hammond, but he used to mention Morgan City. He would say Morgan City in every one of his weather bulletins. You're talking about storms. He would always say Morgan City and what the weather was going to do, because he knew it was important to all the shrimpers and the offshore working crews that were leaving out of Morgan City. And I just thought that was so special that people like he recognized that need that we have here. And it's just a shame that things have slowed down to what it is, but not to say that this resilience lab could open new doors and to new things that we could do. So, hey, we're 100% behind it. Anything we can do, give blood, donate blood. Well, you tell us what you want us to do, and we're going to do it in Berwick.
Okay.
Thank you for having me on here.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor.